Hey fam, I'm super excited about this flow today. I'm in Mount Shasta, which has been on my list of places, bucket list, whatever you want to call it, for a long time now. So being able to tap into the earth and eye space here is super exciting. Thank you family for being here. We're gonna flow right into this beautiful idea, and it's how life morphs to the decisions that you make on a large scale, on a small scale, whatever it is. Life is going to pull into the mold that you've created for it. And we have millions and thousands of different molds for different situations and different experiences. And that's empowering because you have the power to change that mold. You can pick a different one. You can decide to tweak something that isn't fully playing out for you. And when I started paying attention to that, I realized how responsible I was for the way that things were happening, even if it wasn't, a conscious action or a choice or something like that. How the way that I was framing it was really what the issue was. I feel so free and crazy out here. And when we start noticing that, when situations are going, a little south, and we surrender and allow that change to happen, it's a powerful release. It's honestly orgasmic when you put your ego down and you let yourself be vulnerable and you allow something to change. Absolutely beyond words. And it's true. It really is part of life. We have this free will for a reason. Utilizing our free will in a way that benefits our highest purpose, not everybody else or something else or this false idea that we've come to shape our life around. It's really different. And the deeper that you get with this idea, the heavier it's going to get to move things out of the way, but the greater the flow is. Mm. Oh my gosh. Little tiny pine cones. So cute. Um, nice. If you've never heard of, oh, where's my mic? If you've never heard of Mount Shasta, it is in California, in Northern California, and there's a lot of spiritual energy and vortex in this space. It's super snowy right now still, and so we weren't able to go specifically where I was hoping, but this is okay. I kind of trenched out here, and there's lots of skiing, and the energy in the air is so pure and so clear and so beautiful. There's a lot of lore that there used to be an ancient city inside of Mount Shasta in the mountain. Um, and so really just flowing with that energy in this moment. Um, and back to that, that flow idea that's been coming through. Just recognizing the power that God gave to us to create our lives the way that our soul, our higher self, intends them to be. And we have to remember, I learned that what really lights me up is my soul desires, is my true deep passions. Those things on the surface just won't do it after a certain point, you know, those like pleasure seeking tendencies that we all have. Yet when we discover the essence and the true beauty of our soul, it becomes so much easier because we're constantly pursuing that. We're constantly, and while we're pursuing it, it's magnetizing. It works hand in hand. And we have to realize the role that we play in our own suffering. I'm really dealing with that right now, just with my life, you know, like the lifestyle that I desire for myself. There's always a reason why I don't, or there was always a reason why things aren't the way that I envision them to be or that I feel like they're meant to be. And I'm finally getting to a point where that kind of circle is closing and I'm really exiting that cycle in life because there's nothing there. It's just the epitome of, you know, self-pity and excuse. And it's very prominent. It's been very prominent in my life. So beautiful out here. Everybody's so happy. And once I've done that, I've kind of been closing that cycle. I have so much more energy that can be used to actually creating that dream life, to empower that version of myself that holds that dream life. Whether it's just, you know, creative endeavors or, you know, reaching out to a connection or, you know, being smarter with my money. That energy that was used up by making excuses and just going back to the same old thing. Once I took that energy out, that didn't happen. You know, I wasn't going back to the same jobs. I wasn't making those same stupid financial decisions or whatever it is. And that's really, it's kind of like our energy is like money. You know, you have to put your money, you have to make your money work for you. You have to make your energy work for you by putting it in places that are abundant, are endless, are fruitful, instead of just the places that suck our energy and leave us in the same spot before, you know, if not even worse off. And just constantly having that mindset. It takes so long to fully tap into a mindset. Oh my gosh. In love. It really does take a long time to fully create a mindset. It's not that easy. It blows my mind every time I realize it because it's like I've been working on this concept for years and I still have to catch myself. I think that just always happens, I guess. I don't know. But where you still have to catch yourself. Life is active. Life is very, very active and we become very comfortable being passive with it. And you have to wake yourself up. I think that's really the truth behind awakening too, is that you're waking up to the activeness of life. You're waking up to the true hand you have in the game. So grateful to be here. So grateful to be talking to my fam, the Earth and I fam, or even just myself. I'm happy with that too. But I'm going to log off now. My phone's on like 10%. Good planning. No, but I'm going to sit and bask and enjoy this beautiful scene and energy. And I'm sending all these vibrations to you in this present moment through this transmission. And may you feel just rejuvenated, rejoiceful, and thankful, and in true knowing and wisdom. All right, my loves, thank you for showing up again. Love this group. No, I'm very grateful. I'm very excited. If you haven't checked out The Vortex, there's a new episode of The Vortex season 2. Really revamping and putting my all into this. So I would really appreciate if you checked that out or subscribed on Spotify. I'll put the link down there and sign up for the newsletter to keep in the loop. And I love you very much. I'm thankful for you and you're exactly where you need to be. Always.